Hello, everyone. Welcome to a History of Popcorn review. We are doing In the Heights today,
Oh
the
yeah,
film adaptation of it. I believe it's directed by Jon M. Who did Crazy Rich Asians. What else did he do? Let's see.
Step Up 2.
Ooh, that's why the dance sequences are so
He
cool.
also did yeah, he also did the Justin Bieber, one of the Justin Bieber
Never
concert
Say Never.
movies.
He directed Now You
He
See Me
did
Too.
he did Gem and the Holograms. Dude, he's been going up. He's like one of those directors. Like he did G.I. Joe Retaliation. Like he was one
Yeah.
of those like directors that Warner Bros. Was kind of like, just take all of our shit. Take all the shit that we
Wow.
have, you music video director. And
Mhm.
now he did Crazy Rich Asians, and everyone realized this guy's a visionary. Like he
Yeah.
really is. Crazy Rich Asians and this, like they complement each other so well,
Mhm.
where the cinematography, his eye is really good, and he's actually really good with performances too, which is shocking coming from the guy that did Step Up 2 and GI Joe Retaliation.
He
But
also did Step Up
you could,
3D. Was that the second
yeah,
one?
he
Oh no,
did a
that's the
lot
third
of
one. He
step
did. Yeah.
ups.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the Step Up king for the 2000s.
That was
Um,
a quick era of movies. I feel like those step up movies and the dance movies, not
yeah,
musicals, but dance movies.
yeah, dude, it was when Elijah and I were kids, it was always every Halloween was Saw movies, and every summer was Step Up movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, so In the Heights though, I mean, like this is Lin-Manuel Miranda's. This was his first play that he
Mhm.
did, and he wanted to make a Latino West Side Story. That was
Yeah.
his inspiration, and you can find like bootleg copies of In the Heights on YouTube,
Mhm.
which I encourage you to do.
Of
But
the
those
play,
the
right?
yeah,
Or
yeah,
the
oh
musical.
yeah, of the play, not the movie, not the movie. But some of them are pretty rough to see. I mean, like the cameras are pretty shaky, but I mean, like
Right.
if you want to like get like a kind of experience of like what that was like, it's very limited sets. That's why like with the movie, oh my god, dude, they expanded such fucking
Yeah.
solid
I
ways, and the
I wish I was
casting
more familiar
is
with the
so
source
good.
material because my high school did it when I was there, but I didn't see it at the time.
Oh really?
I had heard about it because my school did it. That was the first time I was like, oh, okay. But I never thought much of it. And then I was like, oh, they're making a movie. Very interesting, which made me think I should have seen
Was
it
that
then.
before? Was that before Hamilton or after?
I was before Hamilton because
See, yeah, no, that's
I was
awesome.
like I
That's
was a
awesome.
freshman. I was a sophomore, so it wasn't out yet.
Yeah, I
Or
think Hamilton
freshman.
came out when we were like in junior. Yeah, so I mean, like, yeah, if you don't know Lin-Manuel Miranda, he's the guy that did Hamilton. He's like in the Heights was his first thing, and it was very independently produced. It was mostly off Broadway, and then it got on to Broadway, and then it got nominated for all these Tonys, and it was one of those sleeper hits for Broadway because it was just so low key, and there's nobody famous in it at all,
Yeah,
and it got a little,
just all
it got enough
talent.
buzz for yeah, and it got enough buzz for him to make what ended up being not just his magnum opus, but the biggest Broadway show, the most mainstream Broadway show since The Lion King, which says a lot because Hamilton's actually original and The Lion King's not.
Yeah.
So it already has an upper hand right there. So if you saw Hamilton, you know how Lin-Manuel Miranda does his shit, where
Yeah,
he is
that
a
took me for a
very
loop at first. There's a lot of
yeah
dialogue songs,
yeah that's what he does.
which,
And if you watch Hamilton,
yeah,
Hamilton is all songs. It's all
yeah,
dialogue songs, and
conversations and music.
yeah, there's not one moment where someone just stops and just talks. Like
Mhm.
every single thing, and it's 3 hours of that too. Which if you think that sounds egregious, then you're wrong. I'm just telling you
You
because
have to see it. Yeah.
no, you
I
do
want to
because
see it. Yeah.
I was a huge denier for Hamilton for a long
Mhm.
time because in high school I did theater, and this is probably like my senior year of high school or my junior year when Hamilton came out, and
Mhm.
oh my god, the amount of times I heard My Shot backstage
Yeah.
was ridiculous.
Yeah. I lived with a musical oriented sister, so I heard like the whole soundtrack all the
Oh
time. And
yeah,
I'm like, okay, okay.
yeah, no, it's good, but it's one of those things like after you hear it after a while, you're like, okay, I'm done. But
Yeah. Especially out of context.
yeah, and so they released it on Disney Plus, and I finally watched during the quarantine for the first time. And yeah, no, I was wrong. It's one of those things I can proudly say. I texted some of my theater friends like I
Yeah.
hadn't talked to in
I'm
years.
sorry I didn't see this sooner.
Yeah,
Some yeah,
yeah,
take yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm sorry
I
that it
still
took me
haven't
so
seen
long,
it.
but it
I
is
still haven't seen it,
great.
and I really
It's
want to
fantastic.
now. This made me more excited,
Really
not
great.
more excited, but I was skeptical at first about the conversation singing at first because it had just been so long since I had seen that. And like
Mhm. Well, this
I
was in
have,
development hell for a while.
oh yeah, that's true. By like 20 minutes in, I was like, this is awesome. Like I really like these characters, and
Yeah.
it makes sense. Everything about it makes sense to me. And I feel like I wish I knew what the differences were with the show, because I guess there's some differences, but
They're very small. One of the
yeah,
main
very minor
differences,
differences. Yeah.
well, most of the things that they've changed helped
Yeah.
it for the better.
Yeah.
One of them being recasting Lin-Manuel Miranda for
Mm-hmm.
Anthony.
No, they
No,
didn't.
dude. So check it out, man. Like
Yeah.
Lin-Manuel, and like this is like a common thing. If you love Broadway and you love his shows, you
Yeah.
know that Lin-Manuel Miranda is a great lyricist. He knows how to write amazing songs that are
Mm-hmm.
really complicated, but he is not the best actor or singer.
Mm-hmm.
And if you watch Hamilton, that really comes, that it's so apparent that, like, because he's surrounded by all these people that are really, really good, that can sing very well and act their asses off, especially the guy that plays Aaron Burr in The Heights, or in Hamilton. She was recently nominated for One Time in Miami.
Leslie Odom Jr.
Leslie Odom Jr. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, like, yeah. So the main thing that they did that was right for the movie was that they recasted him.
Yeah.
And Lin-Manuel Miranda even said it was because he was too old. Like, he really wanted to do it, but he said that he was too old, which is something that what's his
Ben
face?
Platt should have taken notes
Evan
from.
Hansen. Yeah, really should have.
Should have took note.
Yeah. So Anthony Ramos replaces Lin-Manuel Miranda, and Anthony Ramos is also in Hamilton too, which is awesome. Like, this is like this is like Lin-Manuel's like little like musical theater family like coming together and moving from New York and Hollywood, or moving from New York, then going to Hollywood and making this big movie. And so that's like one of the already the things that when I saw the trailer, I was like, well, thank God they got him, because he was so good in Hamilton. And he's one of my favorite parts in Hamilton. Like, he's one of my favorite lines, where he just literally just screams something and just makes me laugh so hard.
I remember you talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's so great. He's so great. But anyways,
I fell in love with Melissa Barrera, honestly, from this movie. This was my first impression of her, and I'm excited to see her in Scream, because she's the new lead of Scream.
Oh, is she gonna be?
Yeah, she's the new lead. Yeah, this made me a little more excited about her, because I was like, oh, okay, I can see that she could do something.
Everyone in this movie fucking kills it. But the only person that came back from the musical, the Broadway musical, is Olga Merediz. I think I fucked up that name.
Merediz?
I'm a white guy.
Abuela Claudia.
Dude, so she plays the woman that basically has raised everybody on this block. Mm-hmm. And by the way, like, Elijah and I could like tell you what the story is about, but there really isn't a story. I mean, like, it's just about a block.
It's more about the place, yeah, because there's a few stories that goes on.
It's about the people, and the block is basically kind of disappearing, and there's a lottery ticket. That's basically all you need to know. Like,
lottery ticket, that's not super prevalent.
That doesn't come until later. Yeah, but I mean, like, that's what kind of drives.
There's a lot of good stories in this, though.
Yeah. So anyways, so she plays the woman that's kind of raised Usnavi, who's Anthony Ramos, and everyone, all the kids that are there that are now grown up in their 20s. Mm-hmm. And she was originally in the Broadway musical, and she was nominated for a Tony for her performance there. But dude, she killed it here. Like, so she has this one song, I won't spoil.
I cried.
Oh, dude, I had to rewind it. I had to watch it so many fucking times, because I
cried. Yeah, I was like,
it's so
powerful.
And it just the look of it, like, that's where that scene was, where I was like, dude, this director, Jon, what's his name? Jon M.
Yeah,
dude, he's killing it. Like, I think that he's actually a really great visual director, where he knows how to be, like, like the term, like, style over substance. Mm-hmm. Like, but he doesn't do that. Like, he has style and he has substance, and something like you don't really see all that much of, especially in movie musicals. You either get like the big, like something like Greatest Showman, where it's just big, but the story and the characters just suck.
Yeah.
Or you get something like this, or like something like Hairspray, where it's the dance numbers are really awesome and big, but the cinematography is pretty bland, and the lighting is pretty bland. But it's like you can check in every box. Like it looks beautiful, the acting is great, the writing is fantastic, all the performances,
the sound is so good. How they integrate it into everything that like the timing of everything was so choreographed and perfect. Like it was so good.
Yeah,
it was very good.
I hadn't seen a movie edited this well in a little bit. Where like it was just like every cut that they did, especially in the beginning when like he's at the stand and he's flipping the bag and shit.
Yeah,
and like all of that, I was just like, dude, this is edited perfectly. And when he's like opening up the thing and he looks at the camera, he's like, hey, y'all, good morning. I'm like, dude, this is awesome. This is awesome. One of the things that I didn't really like, and this isn't in the musical, is him telling the story to the kids. And then you find out what happens at the end. I'm not going to tell you, but that was like the only thing where I was like, I don't really, I get what the message was. And I can't really like, get into it because it's a spoiler, but I felt like it was kind of, I don't know. I
see it coming in a way, kind of.
You can kind of see it coming, A, but B, I think that he made the wrong decision. I really did. That's like a smallest of nitpicks. And there are like certain things of dialogue, like them like doing like the dreamer stuff. It reminded me of Greatest Showman. Like those little moments reminded me of Greatest Showman, where it was like, okay, that's really cheesy. But
I really
everything
liked
else.
Corey Hawkins in this movie. The character.
Oh yeah, dude.
I want to learn all of his songs. He's also in a couple other play adaptations, and he's coming out in the Tragedy of Macbeth, which is the one with Denzel Washington and Frances McDormand. He's going to be in that one, which is going to be cool. I like that he's doing a lot of really serious things.
He's doing a lot of different shit.
Yeah, he's gonna have, he has a crazy career, and I'm excited about seeing more of him. Like this was one of his most standout performances when I was like, oh wow, Corey Hawkins.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of supporting roles since Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, his song when he's his first like solo song with the girl, he's doing the dispatch thing. I was just like if you watch the bootleg version, like it's still really good, but it's all like everything is so limited because it's obviously because it's live theater.
Yeah.
So I mean, like there's still so much energy happening, but it's all, you know, like it's just how they managed to put more life in these songs that already have so much life in them. Is it's incredible. And that's why I think most of the praise deserves to go out to Jon M because, you know, this is like a hard job, because it's the same thing with Hamilton. Like everybody keeps saying that they want a movie version of Hamilton, and they wanted a movie version of this for so long.
Hard, yeah.
Oh yeah, when you watch them, you're like, I can see it, but I could see it going really bad. I could see somebody like ruining this.
Yeah.
But Jon M. He managed to do a fantastic job with it. And I mean, of course, we have to praise Lin-Manuel Miranda too for having these awesome, like these amazing songs. And he wrote just a great book, which they still stayed pretty close to. And I loved that he decided to be the cart guy too.
Yeah.
Like what do you think your favorite song was?
I liked is it Come Home or When You're Home?
That one was good.
Yeah, the one there at the basketball court and stuff. I really liked that one. That's when I was like, I'm gonna have to learn these songs. I'm gonna have to learn these ones. Like most of them by that point, I was like, these are hitting me.
Yeah. Mine was probably either 96,000.
Yeah, that one's so good. That was my sister's favorite. I saw it with her.
Yeah, or the old lady's old lady. What's her name again? What's her name?
We just call her Abuela.
Yeah, no, she was beautiful in that. Just her performance was great, but her performance in that scene and her singing in that scene and just everything about that scene was just so beautiful.
Yeah, and what it represented and everything was so I need to watch it again. I'm glad it was one because I saw it in theater and I'm like, it's so weird that I can come home and just plop it right back on because of HBO Max. I mean, that's kind of cool. It's bittersweet, but yeah, I can watch it again and again. It's very good. And I listened to the soundtrack on the way home afterward. I was like, this is good.
Dude, you're gonna feel the same exact way with Hamilton, man. Because Hamilton,
I have a feeling.
Dude, no, you're gonna love it because I mean, like, it's a lot longer, but
I didn't feel the length of these movies, like, though, because it's just like,
I didn't feel the length either.
It's like a concert. You're just like, you're in it every moment, and you don't
exactly.
You're not looking at your watch and stuff the whole time. You're just like, yeah.
I was just screaming. This movie hyped me up so much.
Exactly. It was one of those movies that inspires you to create. If you're like an artist or something, this movie is inspiring to just be like, I want to go do something. Like, I don't need to. I really want to. After seeing this, it's a very good movie. I think you rated it a little higher than me, but I can see why. I enjoyed it a lot.
I was gonna give it a 5 out of 5, but the only reason why I didn't is because of like just those little cheesy moments. Like, you know, like there's certain lines, you know, and there's certain motivations. Like, like I will say this. Okay, this I like the girl that you were talking about, the girl that's kind of the love interest.
Right. Melissa Barrera.
Yeah, so I liked her performance. I liked her singing, but I thought her character was just like, I kept on just wanting to be like, just fucking lighten up. Jesus. Like, even when they're all just like,
there's that part that she starts singing really sad. And he's like, wow, damn, we're all joking. Stay broke then. I laughed so hard. I'm like, exactly. But that's only like the midpoint of the, or not even the midpoint, but she just stays that way for the whole movie, which I agree with.
Because compared to the other girl, the girl that was in college and stuff, you feel for her. You understand why she's upset because she had that tremendous pressure on her for a long time, and she knew she was letting down not just her dad, but like fucking hundreds of people living on this block that all know her, and you feel that weight on her. You 100% feel that weight on her, as you feel the weight on Corey Hawkins' character too. You feel the weight on the cousin. You feel the weight on them, but it's just her character where I was like, come the fuck on, like just lighten up a little bit. Like, I get it, like you want to be this fashion designer and no one's buying your stuff, but that comes with the territory, girl. You want to keep doing it, then that's just what's going to happen. Failure comes with success. It sucks, but that's what happens. I thought her character got a little bit on my nerves, and some lines of dialogue I thought were silly, and I hated the narration trope of him talking to the kids. And I didn't hate that, but I mean, like, I thought that there could have been. I just thought that, I just didn't think that was necessary. You know, I thought like the story was already good enough where we could have done that without having a narrator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same exact thing that they did with How I Met Your Mother. Literally the same.
I probably could have done without that, but I feel like that payoff for somebody was the whole world. I see that appeal a lot. Definitely. I like that you call it the How I Met Your Mother conundrum or something. Yeah. I would give this movie like a 3.9. It's very good. Like it's not like a half score on yours, but I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I gave it 4.5. I gave it a 4.5 because like it's really good. You know, those things that I said, those are such minor nitpicks, and they really just come.
And they're all made up by everything else that's so good. It's so technically marvelous. It's a marvelous film.
That's why I think Lin-Manuel Miranda's he's a genius because he knows how to make musicals more mainstream to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But In the Heights I think is even has a little bit more of a nugget because it just talks about like culture and like people and just like trying to move on from where you're at in such great ways that like it's very relatable, even though, you know, it's coming from a different side and a different race and stuff, especially for me, but it's something that still resonates. And I really liked it, and I think that it's a perfect start to the musical season that's about to happen because, like I said, there's so many musicals coming out this. So let's talk about that really quick. So we have one. Everybody's talking about Jamie, which I totally forgot about. This movie was going to be a thing.
What is that?
It was a Broadway musical a few years ago. And it's about this gay teenager who embraces drag to overcome bullying.
I haven't heard of
that. It's going to be on Amazon. It's going to be on Amazon this May. There's a trailer for it, but the trailer came out right when the pandemic happened. So it was one of those movies that just kept on getting shoved back. But it's going to be on Amazon this May. and you can check out the trailer. The cast is pretty filled with unknown people. The director, like it's a British film, so like there's not a lot of stuff to really talk about with that, but that's one of them. It's one that's gonna be coming out in May. We have Dear Evan Hansen that's also coming out in May. But this one's gonna be in theaters. The other one's going to be an Amazon release. But Dear Evan Hansen, Elijah and I talked about it in the last episode. Yeah. We are both very skeptical of it. Elijah has less hope than I do.
Yeah, I have no what's it called? I'm not familiar with it. That's why I don't have any expectations. That's what it is.
Right. Well, I mean, it's really hard to watch that trailer because Ben Platt is he looks weird. And he does. I mean, like you gotta call it out like it is. Like he looks really weird. So we have Dear Evan Hansen that's gonna be coming out, and that's directed by the guy who did Perks of Being a Wallflower and Wonder. So he's used to doing high school dramas. But we also this movie has a great cast though, and that's why even though Ben Platt looks weird, we have Amy Adams and we have Julianne Moore, and we have Caitlin Dever, who's in Booksmart, which is awesome. And speaking of The Greatest Showman and La La Land, the guys that wrote that also wrote the songs for those movies. Also wrote the songs for Dear Evan Hansen. So that one's split down the middle though. I think everyone is pretty much on the same page, being like, dude, they really should have recasted Ben Platt. Anyways, so we also have West Side Story, which is directed by Steven Spielberg. Did you know this is happening?
Yes, it looks beautiful.
I mean, like West Side Story, classic. One of the most successful movie musicals of all time, and plus a Broadway musical.
This what is it called? The way it looks like it's going to be. I'm going to use the word prestigious because it looks very good. It looks well thought out. It's less bright as In the Heights, but it looks like it's going to be tonally, it kind of in a different direction, but it looks very good. Kind of like Newsies in a way.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's because of the period of time.
This one kind of, I don't know about this one, only because Steven Spielberg, like he hasn't done anything that good like in a long time, and he's never directed a musical before. So when I watched the trailer, it was giving me Jersey Boy vibes.
Oh yeah,
when Clint Eastwood did Jersey Boys and just completely ruined it.
He directed that?
Eastwood, yeah, right.
Wow.
Doesn't it just make me wonder why in the hell anybody would get Clint Eastwood to direct a huge Broadway musical?
Yeah, I sent my friends this new article. I guess Nick Jonas is doing a version of Jersey Boys, but that's going to be like a stage performance on TV. I found out, and I was like, oh, okay, so they're not doing a new movie. But I didn't know Clint Eastwood did that. That's crazy.
And then to end it off, guys, we have
finally
this is something I've been waiting for. I can't tell you guys how long I've been waiting for this, but Tick Tick Boom, which is Lin-Manuel Miranda again. He's just been
directing.
Fucking killing it.
Is it his first time directing? Or
yeah,
that's awesome.
It's Tick Tick Boom. Elijah and I talked about it on this podcast so many times, because I have a problem. I'm obsessed with it. But Jonathan Larson wrote this. He's the guy that did Rent. And if you know Rent, I mean, like everybody knows Rent. Even if you don't know musical theater, you're aware of Rent. So Jonathan Larson was known for that. But right before they were about to do their previews, Jonathan Larson died of a random brain aneurysm. And it wasn't even like diagnosis of brain aneurysm. It was one of those things that like no one really knew what the fuck happened to him. His brain just basically exploded because he was just stressing out so much. Yeah. So this movie, Tick Tick Boom, he right before he did Rent, and while he was like doing all that stuff and doing the workshops and shit, he was on the road doing this rock monologue, which ended up being Tick Tick Boom. And it's just about how he feels he's about to turn 30 and he feels like complete failure because his friends are who used to do musicals with him are now getting real jobs. His girlfriend is becoming a little more successful than him. He just feels like he is completely losing his touch, and
running out of time to do the things.
And running out of time, which is such a like the thing about this that's so it's just art imitating life in so many ways, so many more ways than one, because he wrote this before he even knew that he had anything wrong with him. And this play is called Tick, Tick, Boom. And it's just about, like Elijah said, it's about him just thinking like, oh man, like right when I turn 30, everything's going to just stop. And basically my head's going to explode. And that's what ended up happening. So it's crazy that actually happened. So now Lin-Manuel Miranda, who did, he was in a version of the play. He decided to talk to Netflix and do a movie adaptation with Andrew Garfield playing Jonathan Larson. And the teaser just came out, and
finally
you
were bright and early, right when it dropped, 7 a.m. you texted me.
I go on YouTube, the first thing that pops up is Tick, Tick, Boom trailer. I was like, no. And I literally teared up, and I couldn't believe it. And I messaged Elijah immediately afterwards, and I think you put it on our Instagram, right?
Yeah. If they saw
I just messaged, oh my god.
Elijah,
and I messaged
Elijah, it's out, it's here, it's finally. Yeah,
I was messaging you as I was watching it too. Just kept on just being like, oh my god. So yeah, no, it looks amazing. It looks like it's just going to it's gonna be a fucking emotional movie. It's gonna be so emotional.
It looks very good.
The main thing that I love is Andrew Garfield, man. Andrew Garfield's been killing it. Lin-Manuel Miranda and Andrew Garfield, this is their year. But so just seeing like that pool scene, especially, it's like, dude, this is awesome. And like him like being in the elevator and then turning around, he has a tuxedo on. There's the showgirls next to him.
I liked it when he pushed those diner doors down. That's gonna be beautiful.
I know all the songs so well. Like I've listened to the album so many times, and usually, like when I saw the trailer for In the Heights, I was like, oh, I know what song that's gonna be. I know what song that's gonna be. I know what song that's gonna be. For the trailer for Tick, Tick, Boom, I was like, I have no idea. Like I'm actually, and this is the album and the musical I watch and listen to the most.
Yeah,
like, this is my favorite, and I'm sitting here being like, oh shit,
what are they doing?
Yeah, what did they do it? But not in a bad way at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is intriguing. I wonder. Yeah, it's very intriguing, and how they have 1990 New York too.
I love that. I love 90s. I love the 90s.
I already love Andrew Garfield so much, but this and watching Mainstream, I'm like, dude, like he's obviously gonna get nominated for something this year. Like
I hope so.
I would be shocked if he didn't get nominated for something. I would understand if it wouldn't be for Mainstream.
He's also doing the Eyes of Tammy Faye, which also looks like a completely different direction for him too.
Exactly. So I mean, like,
and he's coming back as Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure.
It looks. Oh my god, it just looks so good. Like, and he just looks solid in it. I can't praise it more. And I'm hoping that it's gonna be really good. And Lin-Manuel Miranda, it seems like he took some notes from John Chu.
It's gonna be a musical year. I'm
excited
for them.
I didn't even mention the musical anime movies are coming out. One with Lin-Manuel Miranda again, which is a Sony Pictures animation movie. It's called Vivo, I believe.
Oh yeah, yeah. He plays a Kinkachu.
Yeah, dude, he's just everywhere. He's just everywhere now.
In the Heights is a very good kickoff. Let us know if you liked it and what you liked and what other musicals that you adore. As you can tell, Justin is a big Tick, Tick, Boom. Well, thank you guys for watching another review plus some news. It's going to be a good musical season. We'll let you know what we think of the next movies that come out. Cool. Subscribe, like, listen to us on Spotify.
Hit that bell.
Hit that bell. Cool. Thanks, Justin, for doing this.
Yeah, no, I'm so down to anytime a musical comes out, I'm down to talk about it. Even if it's a bad musical. I love them. Passion
runs in the veins.
Yeah. Even if you see a bad musical, there's still like, even if you watch something like Cats, there's still so much work to like done in that.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
I tried.
We should watch that together.
He's very, as you can tell, musicals get Justin hot. So if you ever want to have a good conversation, hit up Justin.
Dude, please, I need some musical friends. I don't have any
I can't. I'm
anymore.
not on your level. I'm like,
no.
We'll see, I guess, eventually. Cool. Thanks for doing this. See you again.
Of course, dude.
Full episodes, new episodes every Tuesday, but subscribe for movie reviews and other film content.
Sounds good, dude.
Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Bye, Justin.
Boy.
Where's Zack Snyder's musical? I put it out there.
Don't say that. You're gonna make Brando cream in his jeans.